What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Clarke Show, where we yap, we laugh, and we give our opinions all through reacting. Today, we have a video called Teaching Children This Skill, No Matter Their Age, Can Make a Difference for the Rest of Their Lives by Conscious Discipline. I've never seen this YouTube channel before,
Me
I've never
either.
seen any of their content, but just the title alone is captivating. We have children, and yeah, this I don't know. It has 1.1 million views, so it has to be good.
They gotta be saying something worth listening to.
They gotta be saying something. Before we get into it, any predictions on what they could be talking about? I see the brains right there, so I mean,
Yeah. Maybe I feel like it has to be something about discipline. Could probably be somewhere in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna touch on some psychology
Yeah.
for sure.
Brain development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like how certain methods,
Emotional connections and stuff
and
like
trigger
that.
different
Develop
parts.
your
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
mhm.
Okay. You ready?
Mhm.
All right, let's do it.
Because a lot of times when I speak to teachers that work with the early childhood or the elementary, first grade, third grade, sixth grade, something like that, they ask me things like,
He looks very familiar to me. If you know where he's from in the comments, put that in there.
DJ, how much of a difference can I really make? I have them while they're 4. DJ, how much of a
that's
difference
built
can
in.
I really make? I have them while they're 7. And my answer to them is, you are the difference. Let me tell you why. For whatever reason, when somebody comes to your house, they never ask the most important question. They want to know what size TV you got. Is your refrigerator stainless steel? Who is that on that picture? Nobody asks the most important question, which is, how strong is the foundation? Whew. Don't miss that.
All right. I'll be trying to like focus on the video. I'm excited. I'll just say that.
Okay.
I'm excited. Okay. All right.
Don't miss that.
I think you might need to be in charge of the pausing, because if it's up to me, I think every video is gonna get paused 20,000 times.
Because see, nothing else matters. Refrigerator stainless steel. Who is that on that picture? Nobody asks the most important question, which is, how strong is the foundation? Whew. Don't miss that. Don't miss that. Because see, nothing else matters in a house if the foundation is not strong. So the next time if you're dealing with 4-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 6-year-olds, and you asking how much of a difference am I making, understand that you are the foundation. And now I wish I had a teacher who came and put these skills for me on play when I was 3 years old, when I was 6 years old. Because a lot of trouble I got into, I believe I wouldn't have. Because see, what I would have learned was a pause button. See, a pause button gives me options. That's why it's important that you teach self-regulation right now as they're being 3 years old. Not just for while they're 3-year-old, but because it follows them for the rest of their lives. Because now when situation presents itself that they learn how to self-regulate, because they learn how to self-regulate at 3, when something presents itself at 6, they know how to handle it.
Okay, this is a necessary pause. This makes me think of our son. Whenever we discipline him in the moment, he's a strong personality and he'll go, run into the room and just throw his head onto the bed or just throw himself on the ground. And you got some options there with how you want to deal with it as a parent. But when we like, as soon, because sometimes as a parent, when something happens, you just you let it slide, and then you go, you know what, that wasn't a good idea, and then you want to go address it, but you got to do it in the moment. You got to catch it in the moment. And so when we hesitate and kind of let it slide a little bit, he'll go throw a little temper tantrum. He's young, very, very young. But then when we catch him right in the moment, make him sit down or make him get on his knees or make him sit down for like a minute or two, and then get on his level and just talk to him softly about it, his temperament completely changes. And if he's that young and we can see the difference in his behavior, there's a lot of merit to that. That's just what I wanted to say. And like, what if that is an essential skill? Like that's an essential build-up. Like we're thinking like adults, right? Like we already know how to do that stuff, but that's even though they might not remember.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
self-regulation is definitely a life skill because it's a guarantee that you're gonna go through different things and you're gonna be by yourself. Like, so if
Yeah.
something happens to you, you really do need to know how to handle your emotions,
Yeah.
whether it's happy or sad, or
And
it
what you
makes
do
you
with your
angry.
emotions, right?
Yeah, what you do
Because
with it. Yeah.
is it safe to say that you have like an inclined response to your emotions?
Like a natural
Right.
thing
Like
that
I
you
just
want
want
to
to
do.
cry and scream. Or
Yeah.
I just want to be angry and yell. Like you have something that you're inclined to, but the regulation part will teaches you to, what did he just say? Pause. Hold on. I feel like yelling. Oh, I don't have to right now. I can walk away. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, yes. I mean, if you're at home though, and you don't live in an apartment or have any neighbors or roommates or anything
Yeah.
like that, I feel like crying and
No,
yelling.
yeah, no, and
Yelling. That's okay. That's okay. But obviously, if your boss just told you something that pissed you all the way off, obviously you can't
Yeah.
just scream right there on the spot. You gotta
Exactly.
learn how to.
But you've seen that, right? At work. You've seen people talk to their bosses crazy, right?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
that's not self-control.
Exactly. And so they probably started real young.
True. True. Yeah.
Prime example. 8th grade, my 8th grade year. I got a call. DJ, what's up with it, bro? You going to the party? Yeah, I'm going to the party. You know I'm going to the party, bro. I bet. What time you want to meet over there? Hey, bro, we're going to meet up about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. We'll meet up at the spot. Now, I want y'all to understand, this time, this was before my journey. I was on a negative journey at this time. This is when I was in the streets, indulging with gangs. And the reason I'm sharing all this is because I want you to understand just how one teacher can change all that through connection. Phone rang. DJ, you running a little late, bro. Where you at? You coming? I had to stop at the store and get me an all-white shirt. Some of y'all gonna know about that white t-shirt from the corner store, some of y'all not. But for the ones who do know about that white t-shirt from the corner store, that's what I'm talking about. All right? I had to stop and get me a white t-shirt, all white t-shirt. I got my all white t-shirt on, snapback, fresh pair of jeans, fresh pair of J's. Ooh, I'm crispy. Clean, can't tell me nothing. Look, I get to the party. Where I'm from, we can't have parties on the front. We gotta have parties in the back. No such thing as a block party. All parties gotta take place in a backyard somewhere. So I get there, of course, like I said, I'm doing what I'm doing, so I always find me a wall to put my back on. And I used to share this story with students, but after I shared it with students one time, my teacher came up to me, she said, teachers need to hear this so they can know the importance of why this is important. Let me catch you up. I put my back on the wall. This dude come by. He not really paying attention to where he going. He got a cup in his hand. He come by dancing, doing his little dance. Now, he done spill his cup on my shirt.
Oh, man.
Yeah, on my white tee. Now, see, this is where you teaching me how to self-regulate while I'm 3 is very big. Please don't miss this. This is where you teaching me how to self-regulate while I'm 5 is very big. Because see, if those type of skills would have been put on play while 3, at this moment, instead of reacting, I would have took a deep breath.
Love deep breaths. It's the best. Very
Now, see,
great
now that I take a
coping
deep breath,
mechanism.
I have now given myself options.
Okay, sorry to pause. I'm gonna rewind it real fast. The job that I work at, they're in training. They talked about breathing methods when things get heated, and everybody clowned, including me. But hearing you say that, I want to hear like explain.
Okay, so I do deep breaths on a
Why are you laughing?
because I do it on a daily basis. I do it even when I'm like, like just like, oh my gosh, he's annoying me. Like I just be doing it
And it
regular.
helps.
It helps.
So okay,
Like
what happens if you don't take the deep breath?
I mean, if I feel a little bit something pent up.
So you like getting out?
Just
Just a little
a
bit.
slight frustration, annoyance, exhaustion, just a slight like it'll
Wow, you're
just
serious right now.
let something go like right then and there. Like I just need to like and just move on. Just let it go, and then
You feel it in your head?
yes, I feel it in my head.
I
And
think I
then
feel it a little bit.
recently when I've been doing it, I say Yahweh with it in my head, like and let it go. Effective. And then also, but it like physically for your body, I don't know all the science behind it. It does do something because when you coach me through my natural birth with our son
Uh-huh.
in the car,
Oh,
you have to
Okay, that's good. You're
yeah,
cooking. You're cooking.
look, you
You're
have to
cooking.
watch your breathing. You have to
You're
watch your breathing because right when you're in birth, when you're in the thick of it, if you go to
Gotta listen up.
panic, your mind goes to panic, like deep breathing,
Yeah.
slow down, you think, calm down.
Yeah.
So in the moment, like he's about to get
Crash
angry,
out.
right?
Crash
He's
out.
something. Let me just take a deep breath. All right, this guy's gonna drink on me. Didn't like that. You calm down. It's effective. Deep breathing.
I'm not gonna
deep
lie,
breath.
you just single-handedly. I'm being so serious because when I was training, everybody was clowning. We were making jokes for days. It was an ongoing joke. But you just single-handedly flipped my perspective completely, especially with the birth. The birth was the cherry on top of the cake. Seriously. Wow. Okay. Thanks.
It's just
Go
like
ahead, go
that
ahead.
little look when the kids up with Puff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, you still have to watch it because you still have to like
Yeah,
have
attitude.
attitude. But
Come correct now.
hey,
The kids will be kids.
yeah, a little huff and puff
But
there.
they might do
It's
something for
like
them. I let that one slide.
it depends.
Not too much now, because then they
Not
look at mommy and say, "Oh, mommy breathes, mommy breathes all the time." You know,
yeah.
balance.
Now, see, now that I take a deep breath, I have now given myself options. Don't miss it. That's why it's so important. This is what the title says. It said, composure saved my life. Not just because my teacher had composure, but because I learned it. At that moment, I could have took a deep breath. This is my thought process now. DJ, hey, say, bro, you just paid $5 for this shirt. Come on now. Get you another one, $5. All right? Take a deep breath. DJ, that was an accident. He didn't come pour this on your shirt just to come pour it on your shirt. That was an accident. He didn't do that on purpose. DJ, think about the consequence that could happen. But see, you'll be surprised at how many students only had what I had, which is action, reaction. Action, reaction. Nobody has ever taught them the importance of pause, think about it, take your breath, and analyze the situation. So because I didn't have that, I reacted and I got physical with him. Well, like I said, at this time, I was indulging in gangs, so I wasn't there by myself, he wasn't there by himself, and a fight break out. Well, in the process of the fight break out, Gunshots rang out. People scatter, of course. Police come, everybody come. I make it back to my house. People calling my phone. DJ, you all right? You all right? Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Hey, you checked on so-and-so? You checked on so-and-so? Yeah, I'm finna call him. Hey, y'all all right? Yeah, hey, everybody good, all right? About 15 minutes went by, my phone rang. They said, DJ, guess what? I'm like, what's up? They said, guess what? They said a little girl got shot. I said, a little girl got shot. They said, yeah, bro. One of the bullets, stray bullet, hit one of the little girls that was out there. So I want you to ask yourself, how important is it to teach self-regulation? How important is it to teach pause? How important is it to teach composure? Because see now, the way I look at it, that if everybody in this room began to teach that right at 3 years old, we'll have less of things like this happening. And you gotta bear with me because sometimes I get emotional about it because she didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that. She was just there to have a good time. She wasn't fighting. She wasn't in the gangs. Isn't it crazy how it seems like the drunk driver always survives? That's crazy. She didn't deserve that. That's why I'm telling you, if you ever question or ever wonder how important is it to teach self-regulation, it's that important. Which is why I'm so grateful that Dr. Bailey put it in words for us. Now, all we got to do is embrace it and make it who we are. Not something that we do, who we are.
That was good. That was great.
That was better than good.
That is definitely something to implement in the lives of all children. Teach self-regulation.
How are you? I'm gonna ask you, and then you can ask me. Like, is there anything from this video that we heard that you're gonna take away and implement? Specifically, like, does it make you think of anything specific, whether it be yourself or one of our children, a time in the past? If you need time to think, I can go first.
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, so for me, one of the biggest things and emphasis is instilling it upon an early age, and then also other people are affected by your actions or lack thereof. When he was saying action, reaction, he was talking about from the point of him having punch or whatever drink was spilled on his t-shirt by accident. But the same thing is true with the little girl unfortunately getting hit with a bullet. Like, that only happened because of the actions that he took, right? Or the action was the drink getting spilled on his shirt. The reaction was him being physical, but that reaction caused pain for somebody who wasn't involved in it at all directly. So it's not just you learning how to self-regulate to understand that you have more options than just pausing. I'm just going to rewind a little bit because I lost my train of thought. So the action was the guy spilling the drink onto the white tee. The reaction was the physical violence from the guy who was involved in gangs. The reaction to the action had an adverse consequence to somebody who wasn't involved. And so not only does teaching, this skill, not only does teaching the skill of pause help the person realize that they have more options, it can prevent casualties from other people who never even had any control over you and your emotions.
Collateral damage.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And then the drunk driver analogy really got me.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it seem like that?
I mean, I don't know.
So that's what I take, and it makes me want to do it be more intentional about that with the kids. Like we do a good
Yeah,
job,
I
but
believe that we do a good job with it, like with the kids. I tell our children all the time, deep breaths,
yeah.
like all the time.
And I can I can attest that I watch because I'm not gonna lie, when you first did it, I was like, what is that? I wasn't taught that. You know what I mean? But when you did that to our children, I saw them stop and their eyes kind of lit up and they focused on you. And I saw their shoulders kind of, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's what I got. Wow.
Honestly, from this, what I didn't really get anything like for our children per se because I feel that we do this already.
Mhm.
Honestly, it was a reminder to me because
Mhm.
toddlers can they really really test and after they get out of like I just learned how to walk stage. Now it's the explore stage, get into any and everything stage. And when they're just doing stuff, and you're just like, you're not supposed to do that.
Mhm.
Like sometimes you gotta reel it in and remind yourself that they're however many years old because
Yeah.
they just got here. Look, they just got
They're
here.
kids, they're
They
children,
just got here.
young children.
Okay, so
It's a balance between giving them space to learn and all right,
and
that's a boundary you cross the line.
yeah. So it's just sometimes you gotta reel it in, you know?
Mhm.
I just got a bunch of yarn balls.
Yeah.
How you think I'm gonna
Oh
how you
my
think I'm gonna feel
goodness.
if they undo and knot up all these balls of yarn? I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, and then also it's
So
like you can't really put that back. You know how it was. That's you got to put it in a sandwich bag. I just
and
that's nasty. That's nasty
yeah,
work.
but you gotta reel it in.
Hmm.
Self-regulation is an all age, all the time.
The title is true, no matter their age. And I think the last thing I'll say, hopefully, because I'm a yapper, we're yappers now. Um, Teaching children this skill. Yeah, you teach children this skill, but we got to utilize this skill because in reality, I think we all know it. If you're an adult, you've paused at least once because somewhere along the line, somebody's at least told you you can't do that, right? So the last thing I'll say is it reminds me of even when we're dealing with each other. I love you. You love me. You are the opposite of me, and I am the opposite of you. But sometimes I do something, and you're just like, if there were 7 different planets where intelligent human beings existed, I couldn't see where that makes sense in one of them, you know?
Mhm.
And then the same thing for me. And it really gets under your skin, but we take that little pause. It's like, you know what? Instead of saying something slick, I know I got slick mouth. Instead of saying something slick, just, she's different. She thinks different than you. Try to put no, see, I'm being serious. Like try to
Hey,
think like your
I'm here.
wife.
I hear
Try to
you.
think like your wife because naturally you don't think like your wife.
No, I don't think like you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if I pause, and it's happened, we've done that before. That's
We're in the heat of the moment. It's just
yeah,
like,
yeah, and that's why they say to never, take it there in the heat of the moment. If you need to take a break, which is something that I learned because I always let's solve it right now, right now, right now. Let's solve it. Let's fix the issue.
mm-mm.
Pause.
Mm-hmm.
But when we pause, resume too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my last thought because I know I can
Yeah.
talk for a long time.
All right. Bye, guys.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to, and yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.